Why? Easy. Yeah. Yeah, know what I holla? Do you know what I holla? Do you know what I holla? Yeah, you know the itty bitty city by the water that's steady getting taller.
Whose team are you on? Jesus or OJ? Welcome to the White Bronco Show.
Welcome to the White Bronco Show, everybody, with your host, Tommy Marks. I'm Aaron Bendersky.
Juice.
Our guest tonight is a key player in the nuclear deal with Iran. He's the first Scoutmaster to register since the ban has been lifted. And I've seen it, folks. It's a monster.
He's got the biggest donger at Kaotic Radio. We've seen him in the Kaotic bathroom. He's packing heat. He basically just runs the station if you've seen his dong. Let's welcome
our friend and yours, Mark Maples.
Hey, fellas.
Welcome, Mark.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, congrats on, the whole Boy Scout thing.
I appreciate that very much.
It's actually kind of sparked a revolution around the world. A lot of countries are taking the same initiative and assigning gay Boy Scout leaders since they lifted the ban on that last week. Example, United Kingdom has announced Elton John as their first gay Boy Scout leader. Puerto Rico assigned Ricky Martin as theirs.
Living La Vida Loca finally.
And
a performer theme here.
Yeah, and then of course,
how did Puerto Rico assign Ricky Martin? He's not even Puerto Rican.
Yeah, but he's covering.
They loaned him.
He's covering that and the surrounding islands. Also, Cuba and the Dominican is Ricky Martin, and then of course, Rome signed the Pope. So Boy Scouts and
makes sense.
Gay troop leaders are in and about the world. So it's good. It's good stuff. We actually thank you for.
By the way, Argentina is pissed off that they didn't get the Pope. They wanted the Pope.
Well, I mean, he'll make a visit there, and he could do a Boy Scout camping trip in Argentina like all those Nazis did. Let's get down to business. We had a comedian booked tonight. He was a Native American Indian.
Oh.
You do a show before us.
Yes, I do.
Under the covers with Mark Maples.
It's comfy there.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second, but we need to tell you we really offended the Native American community.
Well,
or is it
you?
You're in it now.
I'm in it. Now I've offended them?
Yeah, you're his
Mainly you.
Yeah.
Mainly you.
Oh, I was scab.
I think we were there and guilty by association.
Well, it actually, I told a lot of lies to a lot of women.
I don't have much facial hair, so I might fit in as the Native American kind of guy.
Okay, well, you could pass if you get your face red enough and get enough sun, maybe. I mean, you can pull it off. But speaking of red, I told our guests that I had lied to a lot of women about being a Native American Indian because, I jerk off a lot, and sometimes I'm not expecting sex. And when a girl confronts me about my penis being so red, I lie and I tell them, hey, I'm an Indian, because I also lied on my
Native
college applications about being Native American Indian too. So our guest found out about all these lies I told about being a Native American Indian, taking advantage of his people.
I did a lot of prep for this show, which is kind of rare, but I made a list of questions for our guest.
So you would like me to answer those?
I'd like you to answer them. I would like you to answer to the best of your abilities.
Okay, let me see if I can handle that.
What tribe are you in?
I am from the Manitoba tribe.
Are they affiliated with the Nation of Islam?
No.
Why
those
not?
tribes are different.
Why not?
Those tribes do not
Continental
circumcise.
differences.
Who is the Louis Farrakhan of your tribe?
Louis Farrakhan of our tribe would probably be
good old Chief Rain in the face.
Well, I was gonna. Yeah.
Does your tribe do psychedelics?
Chief Big Balls is.
Does your tribe do psychedelics? Peyote.
Of course.
Mushrooms.
What Native American tribe does not imbibe in a little bit of psycho-induced.
Stimulus.
Yeah.
You sound like you're awfully educated for an Indian.
Why do you hate Pakistan so much?
It goes back many, many thousands of years. There's a lot of hatred that is built up over the years between the Native Americans and the Pakistanis.
Definitely.
And the dot on the forehead, what does that signify?
That means that your girl was on her period when you went down on her.
All right. Very concise. I like it.
Hey,
Good job,
speaking
Mark.
of that, I was swimming today in the Pacific Ocean, and I shit blood maybe 2 days ago.
Ooh, that's never a good thing.
And then I didn't think about that till I got in the ocean today, and then I was just like,
You afraid you were seeping?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, like this is dangerous, and I
Depends what beach.
I booked.
What beach?
Santa Monica.
Oh,
Santa
yeah.
Monica.
I mean, if it's still seeping there.
Did you feel like bait?
I felt like, but you don't realize it until you're neck deep in water. You know, you're like, when was the last time I bled? And I was like, oh shit, this has been in the last 48 hours. I'm out.
I mean, you just
and I
know
just body surfed in.
with the homeless population on the beach in Santa Monica, you know where they're mostly using their bathrooms. If you have like open wounds,
you're right though. You're right.
It's,
I actually go.
could be tough.
It's actually like the dirtiest beach ever. It's sick. I was only there with a friend, and I regret it.
You know, raw sewage when you're stepping into the
That's
sand.
the type
of
of
the beach.
beach.
It's
like,
good though.
You burn your beach towel after it.
I've never been in the water at Santa Monica. I've been on the beach at Santa Monica, but I've never been in the water at Santa Monica.
Yeah, it's
all the oil from the roller coaster oozing into the.
I'm feeling like I caught Hep C for sure. Yeah,
a little Hep C.
I'm gonna take the day off tomorrow for sure.
There's a space in between that Hep C, right? You said it like it was one word. I think I caught Hep C.
Nothing better to
Not
do.
Hep C, but Hep C.
Hep C, baby.
Nothing better to do during
Nothing
the
better
summer.
with a little bit of milk. Hep C and milk is great.
Yeah. Catch a little Hep C, go swimming. Hey,
had both love. Nothing better to do during the summer than go to the Santa Monica Pier, though.
That's true. Hey, you're on summer vacation.
I am for
from
another
school,
week.
right?
For another week, yeah.
You got any good school stories? Because we got some good school stories.
School stories.
What do you like? First of all, what do you like to do on your summer break? Besides drink a lot? What do we?
I've done a fair amount of that. Oh, good Lord, I've done a lot of that. I put on weight this summer. This is supposed to be my summer to get in shape, and I have done nothing but.
Did you make a lot of promises to the faculty? A lot of side bets about who's going to come back?
No.
I've been drinking. I've just been drinking.
Yeah,
it's good. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I
man.
feel pretty bad about how I'm going back to school. I mean, I'm probably a good 15, 20, almost 20 pounds above what I left school at.
I know you went to Vegas the other week.
Last Tuesday it was supposed to be just a day turnaround. We ended up spending the night, got too fucked up at the Carnival Bar at Harrah's, I'm afraid.
So classic hookers and blow deal? Or
hung out with a Russian dude.
What
hung out with a Russian dude, had shots with a Russian dude.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I did.
I'm so sorry.
Aaron's from Ukraine.
Did he try to kill you?
Aaron's from Ukraine, and
he looked like Fedor. I gotta lie, he looked like Fedor Emelianenko.
He's a proud Ukrainian. Turned like Russian nationalist, but he's from Ukraine.
Let me see if I can find the picture of the guy.
I definitely look a lot. I'm like a.
Are there Ukrainians?
I'm stronger than Fedor, though. Believe it or not.
Are there Ukrainians who claim Russia because they're scared?
Yeah. Oh, a bunch of them. That's kind of the whole.
Really?
That's part of the. It's part of the whole.
Tell me that doesn't look like Fedor.
Whoa. Oh, he does look that was Fedor. You hung out with Fedor, at least his
the
brother.
Emperor, Fedor Emelianenko.
Maybe his brother Alexander.
I don't know.
Look at you knowing your MMA. Check you out.
This guy knows MMA.
The part of the conflict in Ukraine is ethnic Russians who are living in eastern Ukraine. Part of the made-up cause of the Russian side is that they're trying to save these ethnic Russians from persecution from nationalist Ukrainians. So they got to come in there and make things right, and those are the ones who are making up their own republics. But really, it's just the whole proxy thing for Russia to slowly take over parts of Ukraine and press up against NATO.
In your native language, can you say Putin is a dirty Christian?
Putin huilo. Very.
That's it?
Very. Putin грязный крестьянец.
There we go. I like that.
Putin грязный крестьянец.
All right, so you're on summer break from school.
Yes.
I was kind of famous through high school and college for the OC BJs, which are on-campus blowjobs. Yeah. I got one standing up on a toilet in high school, and then also I got one in the chapel.
Was she standing up too?
Of my Christian college.
If you're standing up on the toilet, is she standing up too?
Yes, exactly.
So she doesn't have to kneel down on the
right, and I can see who's coming in the bathroom. Well,
that's fucking genius.
Does a standing 69 blowjob count?
Of course it does.
Yeah, of course.
That counts twice.
Yeah. I was trying to come so fast because she was so heavy, but it worked out.
Yeah, but I mean, there should be
driver.
a name for that when you're standing on the toilet, because it's really good because you have a visual of who's coming in.
Mm-hmm.
One girl came in, she took a quick piss, you know what I mean, and she
got
out.
It was in the ladies' restroom.
Yeah,
huh?
And you want to hear something even worse?
So she didn't notice her head bobbing up above the stall partition?
Hey, this girl went on to become a porn star. So I don't know if that
the one giving you head or the one
that on-campus blowjob sparked that, or if that was the fucking
Listen, no,
camel. I don't know.
Her uncle that touched her when she was 4 was the one that sparked that.
I've got.
You just helped, maybe.
I've got to be clear. I got to clarify really quick. It wasn't on the toilet. It was the tall urinals. Remember the tall urinals that went all the way to the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was standing there. I was like getting ready to go, and then she just came in and like jumped on me, and I held her, and she sucked it off, and then
She was in a skirt?
yeah, and then it just went into the toilet, into the urinal, and then she got off and never said nothing and left. I was like, what just happened? What just happened?
I would have cummed and then swirled her into the fucking urinal. Because I would have just been scared after I came.
Man, shit like that happens to me every night, and then I wake up.
But you got soul once you're not a soldier.
Hey, Aaron.
He's wearing who wears a Seoul Olympics hat?
1988. Hey,
He's got an 88 Olympics hat.
You got soul, but you're not a soldier.
Hey, Aaron was famous in high school for a little nook annex.
Oh, sorry about that.
He had a little secret spot where I'm sure he'd go jack his dick and tell people he was fingering chicks at.
At first,
tell us about this little spot.
At first, it was where I would just go to read books and jack off. But eventually, when I did figure out how to trick girls to come down there, it became a fun
Didn't you guys smoke weed in there?
I would no, but I would smoke a lot of weed in the parking lot at school, and the guards at one point. Senior year, it just became an understanding between the guards and I that we're on bikes and roving around that they're not going to do anything as long as I'm semi coy about it. But I never was, and like going into that first class, everybody knew, everybody always knew. It was great.
What about
nobody cared?
What about the dogs on campus? Did they ever bring the dogs to your
campus? They
never
brought the dogs in
because me and any person I fucking knew in high school. We parked a mile away.
You know what? You would be interested.
Because of that.
You would be interested in this, Mark. One thing that did happen my senior year in high school is in the nurse's office, I realized that she had a stack of dismissal slips that if she had her signature on them, all you had to do was bring him to the whatever. What's it called? The
attendance lady?
Yeah, like the attendance person.
Yeah.
So I had 1,000 of them. And I was just right. No, because she had not 1,000 of them, but I had a stack. I had an unlimited supply. So
his dad was a printer.
Yeah, exactly. So I started writing those like tickets, and eventually I got called in. But that was a ride for a long time. All I had to do was write out the excuse, forge her signature, give it to the attendance lady, stamped for whatever time you decided to
come back
to put in on. Yeah, and it was like the golden ticket.
Yeah, I learned how to do because I wasn't 18. I was never, I graduated when I was 17, so I never got to write my own notes, like to just excuse my absences and all that kind of stuff. But I learned how to do my mom's signature so well. I probably could have signed some checks,
Yep. It's a rite of passage.
It was amazing how many different kind of doctors my grandma had to go to. Nobody else was around and nobody else could drive. She had an optometrist and an ontologist. You name it. She had to go to podiatrist. I mean, I was taking her all over town, man.
Podiatrist.
Aaron,
paleontologist.
Aaron, I have an email here from Jack from school. He's talking about the Nook. He wants to know if you remember Jack Cubed. You remember Jack Cube? Jack Cube was when you jacked him and he jacked you at the same time. And then he was
Tell
Jack.
Jack I miss
So there was 3 Jacks. Jack Cube. Is that true?
Oh dang!
Tell Jack I miss him. And
he misses you. That's what the email.
Speaking of Jack Shacks,
he should call in.
My junior year of high school, we had our zoology teacher was like, "Look, you guys could stay in the classroom and fucking piss me off all year long." And it was his last semester before he was retiring after like 35 years. He's like, "Or you guys can fucking stay outside and raise chickens and fix up that chicken coop." So we spent like 2 months fixing the chicken coop and then and smoking weed in the chicken coop during fucking third period. And then once we got the chickens, we had them for one day. Their names were Root Beer and Jenna. And then
Root Beer and Jenna.
Yeah, they
Jameson?
Named after Jenna Jameson. Yeah. And we had naked pictures of her in the fucking Jack Shack, a.k.a. Chicken Coop, a.k.a.
Choking the chicken. I got it.
Yeah. So, but we'd let them out every day.
Okay.
And we'd have to run through fucking high school, like the high school. Everyone see us like chasing these chickens and shit. It was great. And we'd let them out on purpose, because it was fun.
You would have liked, at my high school, we had this class called NESC, Natural Environment of Southern California. And the teacher, Ted Reeves, he was on the dating game, the old school dating game, one of the dirtiest segments or whatever. But on top, he would take us for this class. We'd go to Yosemite, we'd go to Josh, we'd go to these fields. He had a broken olfactory nerve. so he couldn't smell anything. People would smoke weed. He couldn't smell the weed.
Right.
He thought people were just smoking. He didn't care if you smoked, but people were smoking weed and he couldn't tell when you're off in the distance. He knew you were smoking. He wouldn't give a shit, but everyone was doing weed because he couldn't smell it.
I have to tell a story about the best story
awesome.
I've ever heard in high school from a teacher.
Sorry, email from a chicken. Is the chicken coop where you did the weed? Is that what the buck strain of weed is from? Is that from that? Buck?
That's where we also
buck.
we experimented with growing then too.
Buck. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. The best story ever. I'm not going to give this teacher's name because
Left a shitty aftertaste. I'm sorry though.
No, it's okay. It's dirt weed. It sells good in Mexico though.
Listen, fertilizer from the chicken shit.
You can get
dude,
the bok south of the border for fucking.
You pay top
It's hot.
dollar for that at the store.
All right. So this teacher, he told me and my brother this. My brother was a senior and I was a freshman. We stayed after school and he goes, my mom was a crazy alcoholic. She was nuts. She was just absolutely, I couldn't get homework done. She was always hitting me. So one day, you know what? I said I had enough and she was hitting me, right? So I said, I'm going to give her 3 warnings. So she comes up, man, she punches me in the face, right? I'm like, Mom, I'm giving you 3 warnings. Don't you do it again. And I'm 16 years old now and I'm learning how to lift weights at school. And I'm like, I can't believe he's telling us this fucking story. And he goes, my mom comes up, boom, she punches me again for the second time. I tell her, Mom, don't you do it. I'm warning you. And then the mom comes up, hits him a 3rd time, and then he just haymakers his mom, knocks her out. And yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Hey,
wait.
sometimes
What
when
is
you
the
get driven,
moral of that story? Because me and my brother, we're still trying to figure that out.
don't push me because I'm close to the edge.
Sometimes you got to throw haymakes on your mom, like to get your homework done, or, I mean, what is stand up for yourself? I don't know.
Yeah, if you have an
Mark,
alcoholic.
what did you call it when you did it?
When
When you dropped a haymaker on mom, what'd you call it?
I didn't have a name for it.
He just does verbal, emotional haymakers.
The worst part was, because we had VCRs, man, and you're trying to watch a videotape, and if they showed up at home and you're like, oh shit, and you turn off the TV, but then you forget to take the fucking tape out because you hit the power button too soon, and then you didn't have time. Then you have to leave it in there and hope to God that they don't go to watch the. Right, that was terrible. That was the worst.
My parents got the old school black box, or not the black box, but the DirecTV hacked card that unlocked everything, right? Yeah. So that's all the porn and everything too, right? But they
Playboy channel.
But they didn't realize in their whatever that I had all the access to all the unlocked porn stuff at like relatively young age.
Yeah, you guys are so much more fortunate with your porn access than we were.
So they locked it with the password. There's like a 4-digit PIN code that you use to lock it. Locked out all the crap. So I waited. I figured out at some point and waited until my mom started drinking and got it out of her. She was such an easy pushover. And I got the code. I got the code out of her.
What was the code?
Yeah, she was.
I'm trying. Yeah, you know what I mean. Easy to get in there.
My friend
42 something. I don't remember.
My friend's dad set his.
It was 42069.
Troll. Type in troll. Yeah.
To what? Into what?
That was his like HBO late night porno, and that's where we also watched the movie It.
Really? So we had DirecTV.
Scary
it was
shit.
Funny. I had DirecTV, not DirecTV. I'm sorry, Dish Network when I first got after my divorce, and one of the channels we got was Playboy, the Playboy channel, but it wasn't regular Playboy. It was Playboy in Espanol.
Oh shit!
And so all the porn, it's all Spanish, and you think acting in porn's not the best acting in the world, anyways. Then throw the Spanish dub on top of it. it was crazy.
That's good shit.
Yeah, it's like, voy a acabar. Ay Dios mío.
So do you guys
and
think
that's when I exclusively switched to only Spanish porn?
Yeah, it was the best. It really was great.
If you guys had to go 90 days without knocking one out to something in HD, could you do it now?
To something in HD?
Like,
I don't need
say
HD.
it's like 1996. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
you got a couple mags and your mind.
You're talking to a guy. You're talking to a guy that learned how to speed jerk because UHF. We had TVs. We had UHF, channels, and channel 22 was the feed at night for Select TV, which had the porn, but it would be all scrambled, like right. But there's just that second of clarity when you see tits in it, it ruined my relationship with my girlfriend. It's just too quick.
I blame my premature ejaculation on the squiggle lines.
Yeah. Oh, hey. That and my modern day problem with that is my girlfriend coming out and like I got Teen Mom 2 on TV.
Oh, I thought you said she came out as a lesbian. That's what.
No, but
It would be bisexual, Mark, but come on, be a little bit more sensitive, please.
All right, sorry, my bad.
She's a beautiful woman.
I almost got caught whacking on the couch the other day. My girlfriend came out and I was just sweating, and then I pretended to be asleep. And then I heard her on the phone the other day, like, yeah, he's sweating all the time. Like, he was sweating in his sleep the other morning on the couch. And I was just out there rubbing one out. I threw the cell phone behind the couch. Just.
You ever come to bed and you want to get a little something, but your girl, you just shouldn't wake her because you know she's had a really bad day.
Or she has a job and you're unemployed.
Yeah, that's one of those kind of things.
Happens all the time.
And so you put your headphones in on your phone so you can watch a little porn, and next to her in bed, and you're like looking at her. So she can't hear because you got to have the audio too. If you're gonna watch, you got to have the audio.
I take it to the couch. I'm a gentleman.
Oh, that's really nice of you. No, I like.
She started leaving me a sock because she knew what was going on and she's cool.
Leaving you a sock.
Mark, did you just spackle her ass then, or do you?
This was my move. She'd be looking the other way, or she'd be facing the other way when we were sleeping. But she would do me a solid and reach over and give me a handy, and she's not looking, so I could just watch the porn, and she's doing all the work for me.
Wow.
Disciplined Ukrainian.
Can you paint yourself a picture?
That's how he does it.
You know what
Love
I mean?
those Eastern European women.
Hey, do you have any good stories about Eastern European chicks?
I mean,
why don't we have them fucking crawling through the Kaotic Studios as
no
interns?
shit.
Aaron, tell us the one about the hermaphrodite one.
The hermaphrodite one. Okay, so I'm deep in Odessa, right? It's 1996.
Were you even born?
I've been drinking all
Mark, shut
day.
up.
Okay.
This is a good story.
I go to the blinchiki stand. It's like I guess it's like a Ukrainian taco, except it's a pancake with fish eggs in it. Anyway, I'm there, I'm eating it, and this chick walks up, or at least I think she's a chick.
Well, she's half
next thing I know, I got a handful of balls, but I got like 2 fingers in. What's going on? I went with it, and we have 4 kids.
Holy shit! 98, huh?
Wow.
96.
Blinchiki stands. That makes me hungry.
It's a flat, like super flat Russian pancake, and you put whatever you want in it, but like my favorite is when they put the roe, like the salmon fish eggs in it. You
we got a birthday shout out today. Happy birthday, Benito Mussolini.
His favorite was
there we
also.
go.
Hey, big props.
Has anybody heard the story?
Deeply misunderstood, man.
Man of the people.
Mark or Blaine, that he, before one of like the quarterfinal or final or semifinal World Cup games, he went into the locker room and he told the Italian national team, he said, I'm going to fucking execute all of you if you don't win. And then
I think I heard something about that.
They won 1-0. I was trying to look it up quickly before.
I do remember hearing that. I don't know if that's an urban legend, but I had heard that story.
Solid. 100% true. 100% true.
Yeah. Because I heard it in a history class, like in high school.
My cousin was there.
Obama did the same thing to the U.S. men's Olympic basketball team.
No, the women's
much less publicized.
The women's national team.
If you motherfuckers lose this game,
you guys are having a sleepover at Cosby's.
You're not welcome back in the United States.
That was Obama's threat. Sleepover at Cosby's.
Sasha Malia, you're not invited.
Mark, tell us about how you started your show and how you're kind of affiliated with Kaotic.
How I got here?
Yeah.
I was playing indoor soccer, and became friends with Blaine over the many years of going in and out. And Blaine knew that I had been because I was a teacher, and at one point I was doing mortgage loans. So I was coming back to teaching, but I was working as a substitute teacher. So I went from like $80,000 down to like $13,000. So I was pretty much on poverty level. So I started working and trying to find some other ways to make money, and I sold some ads to help companies be found on Google's front page. And so Blaine knew I was approaching the business, so Blaine asked me if I would be willing. He was going to start a new radio station. Would I be willing to approach businesses to buy ad space on the radio station? I said, sure, that'd be great. What kind of shows are you going to be doing? He goes, well, right now I just have me. I go, well, I got an idea for a show. And I told him what it was. And
what does Under the Covers mean?
And he never sold one ad from that point forward.
Now, I know this is a point of contention.
Would you like to join the White Bronco Show?
This is a point of contention here because, yes, he gives me this hard, that I never sold anything. I had 5 businesses on the line. I immediately went out and I had 5 people, but we never put together an ad package. And we said, well, let's wait because we don't have the listenership to justify selling to anybody. And when we did finally get the ad package together 6 months later, they were no longer around.
All those massage parlors had gone out of business.
This is some bullshit.
It's a true story. That's a true story.
There's
a few
that is absolutely a true story. That is
massage
absolutely a true story.
Fucking roll over.
Yeah.
I still have the business cards from the company.
Your hermaphroditic hooker was not going to sponsor the radio station.
Listen, I'm just telling you, this is a true story.
Listen, the businesses weren't around 6 months later. What do you want, dude?
So Undercover's remark is because the idea was I was that same time period. Like the whole idea when I was kind of going through the poor period and living, a holiday was coming up, and I needed to put together gifts. I couldn't afford to buy anybody gifts, and I'd always been a fan of cover songs that we all know by somebody else, were done by somebody, And it got back in my head. I was at the Green Mango over on 4th and Milliken, which is a little Thai restaurant over here in Ontario, and there was a cover song by a female singer. It was really jazzy, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" I go, "I know that song." And it was Creep by Radiohead, but it was done by Karen Souza, who was a female jazz. And I was like, that's kind of cool. I'm going to grab that song, and I started
They named the tequila after her.
And you're right. That's how tasty she is to drink. And so I compiled like 24 songs, and I put the CD together. And I was like, okay, I'm going to put a cover, on it. But I'm going to do a cover because you can throw the cover away. I want it to be something you can keep forever. And so what I had is my buddy had a nice digital camera, and I took my shirt off. I'm a big guy. Take my shirt off, and I had some shorts on, and I got on my bed, and I pulled the blanket, my comforter, up between my legs so it looked like I was naked, and I was kind of doing that little, pouty, sexy face,
right.
And taking a picture, and I was going to put that right on, I was going to light scribe that onto every CD to give to everybody, so they could never throw that away. They'd always have to see it every time they wanted to listen to the CD. They'd have to see me thinking I was naked underneath the covers.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so it was like Under the Covers with Mark.
When you
that's
open
kind
the
of how the
CD,
show. That's the title of the show.
And you went through with it, right?
No, my buddy never gave me he never gave me the file for the picture. So that was so I had these songs.
Wait, so Buffalo Bill's just hoarding those files at home.
Yeah,
Just sending them to you?
That's kind of crazy,
Fucking
right?
jerking off to them.
And
First I put on the lotion.
Listen, you have to go through with this idea, and when you open up the CD, picture of your erect dong, like the popping out, like 3D popping out.
You put your finger right through, right?
Like a pop-up book.
When you take the CD out,
Jesus.
when you take the CD out, it's right there, and you realize you just stuck your finger into the hole.
I like that. All right, so are you once a week?
I'm every Wednesday from 8 to 10.
And you've had comedians on, right?
Yeah, I've had comedians. Yeah.
How do you affiliated with comedians and stuff like that? Just through the station? And
I've always
mostly.
And just
I've always been a fan, and then for me, and true story, my favorite first date to take a girl on a date is to go to a comedy club.
Hell yeah.
That is my favorite first thing to do.
I like that so much, man.
Because I know I'm going to be inappropriate at some point in time. And if a girl goes in, I try to find kind of dirty comics.
It's a vetting process.
Yeah, because if they're not going to be able to laugh and they feel uncomfortable and offended, then we're not going to get very far.
Yeah.
We're not going to do.
Who do you like to go to? Like, tell me like some comics you've seen on first dates.
Well, first dates. I saw Bobby Collins way back in the day.
Okay.
And he was absolutely hilarious. It was back in the day. It was at the Laugh Stop. We're talking about over at the Montclair Plaza Laugh Stop. That's where I would always go.
There was a club at the Montclair Plaza?
Yeah, called the Laugh Stop.
How long ago was that?
During the 80s.
How
80s
many people got killed there?
The Montclair Plaza was around in the 80s?
It was born in It was built the year that I was born in 1968.
It looks
November 3rd, 1968.
But it started as a single-story mall.
And
then they built it up to a second-story mall.
I used to swear that they filmed Back to the Future in the parking lot of that mall, and then when the internet came out, I looked it up and proved myself wrong.
It was at the Glendale Galleria. Those sons of bitches,
motherfuckers. All right, so hey,
I can give you a little history for Ontario though, if you want it. A movie history.
Give it to us.
The very final scene of Poltergeist was filmed at what is not now I think the Goodnight Inn was the Holiday Inn on Vineyard and G Street, right around the corner. We know where In-N-Out Burger is on Vineyard and G Street.
Yeah.
That hotel that's just around the bend, that was a Holiday Inn, and there was all vineyards out there, wine vineyards. And when at the very end of the movie, when it's raining and they get to the hotel room and then the dad throws it out the window, the TV out the window, it was the middle of summer. And they brought in a fire truck and shot water up in the air to make it look like it was raining. And that was the Holiday Inn in Ontario, right there on G Street.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
You were out like just
Yeah,
standing
we
out
were
there and
kids.
shit?
We were all kids watching it being filmed.
Were you like, what were you thinking?
What
like,
movie was this again?
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist. The original Poltergeist.
Did they tell you like when you're standing around there, this is gonna be a fucking scary ass movie? Or did they just say it's a movie called Poltergeist?
Yeah, I didn't. We didn't at that time. We didn't know. You know, we didn't. Nobody would talk to us. We were just fucking kids walking around watching.
Yeah.
We were watching Camera Cruise. We didn't know what it was.
He was so young, he thought Poltergeist was frozen chicken. He thought it was poultry ice.
and they also filmed some of Dreamscape at the Claremont colleges. They've done a lot of filming of movies at the Claremont colleges. But yeah, but that was like literally all I had to do was cross the street to watch the filming of that. So yeah.
Hey,
I made a student film in the dorms of the Claremont colleges, if you know what I mean.
Oh, cell phone. Whoa. Hey, to bring it back,
it's
about a local
stuff.
story. Ontario, I heard that the Native American Indians who were stationed in Ontario,
The Serrano Indians?
that Upland is called Upland because it's Upland from Ontario. Is that fucking true?
Upland.
That's the worst fucking way to name a city ever.
What?
If it is. It's Upland. And that's how
Upland.
the Indians named it. So,
I've never heard that story, but
not sure if that's true or
Go
not.
to White Man over Upland.
Where you live, Upland.
Why do you have to be so hostile? Hostile,
Mark,
doggy style, any style.
What's your Twitter?
At Kaotic Mark. At Kaotic_Mark.
Okay. And your show's every Wednesday, 8 to 10. Right before us.
All right, before you guys, man. I get to lead you guys in.
We always want to prank call you like 10 minutes to go on your show. But we're like, no, we love you too much, dude.
I appreciate
And like
that.
we like all the guests you bring in, and
Thank you.
we mingle with your people in the parking lot. You know, we've finger blasted some of your guests from
Smoked out
behind.
with a couple
Sell
of
them
them.
weed.
Smoking weed with them.
There are definitely
They're
people
cool
that
as
have been on my
fuck.
show that will smoke it with, that will definitely smoke with you.
Yeah. So we appreciate you bringing all the traffic into the Kaotic Studio and you stepping in for the Native American people, man.
Oh, and
What's
look out for my boys Plant Tribe on Mark's show in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Aaron.
The 12th.
Aaron, when you're hanging out with all the different bands in the parking lot, like, you know how, like, in hockey...
Yeah, I suck all of their dicks.
No, oh, my God. How dare you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Where were you going
No,
with
you
it?
just offended Blaine because he thought that was his only job.
You know how in hockey they have a plus minus, you know, like how many goals scored
When you're on the ice,
Yeah. I'm wondering, what's your plus minus of sucking their dicks?
Dude, I'm how many guests have you had since the beginning of the year?
You don't get any sucks back?
How many?
You get no reciprocatorial sucks?
Huh? I'm a giver, dude.
This is bullshit.
All
I'm
right,
a giver.
well,
I'm a pleaser.
We'll be back. We'll be back next week.
At Big Happy Trees.
And
on
if
Twitter.
you are in Long Beach,
At Uncle Tito's
April,
Niños.
August 5th, next Wednesday, come see me opening for Mitch Patel.
Nice. Oh, I've seen him. He's great.
Yeah, the Gas Lamp. White Bronco Show. Thanks again, Mark.
Thank you.
The itty bitty city by the water that's steady getting taller. Vallejo, you don't understand. You just don't understand. Check it out, though.